So this video, we're going to talk about conditional statements and negations. Now, a lot of you guys are just going to skip this topic because you're like, what's that? I don't feel like reading it. Um, but it's really not that hard of a concept to master. But it sets up the foundation for some of the other things you're going to come into a little later when you start adding in other things. Some of this you probably like won't really need this explanation, but it'll help you down the line. So let's just start with the first part of this question. So it says, consider the following statement. I'm in geometry class. Check all the statements that are negations of the statement. I am not in geometry class. It is not the case that I'm in geometry class. I'm in physics class. Now, negations means something is not the case. So when something negates something, it means that it is not true. You're saying false, whatever, however you want to think about it. Do not think of this as the opposite. That is going to, if you sort of put it in that mindset, now this is going to mess you up when you start getting into contrapositives and other stuff. We're not there yet. We're at the basics. So don't think of this as an opposite. Think of it as not the case. So with that being our mindset, I'm in geometry class. What is the negation of the statement? Now, don't think you can only choose one because it says all the statements, right? All the statements. So I am not, remember, not the case. So I am not in geometry class, and it is not the case that I'm in geometry class. Now, if you're thinking about this logically, could you be in physics class? Yes. But that is saying, like, that is sort of going in the mindset of the opposite, because the opposite of geometry class isn't English or history or whatever. It is I am not in geometry class. So logically, could this be an answer? Yeah, it could be an answer, but it is not a negation, and it's asking you for the negation of that. Okay, so like another example, you could say I'm in the rain. I'm in a car, right? You don't want to say, I am walking, I'm on a bus. That's not, like, that could be an answer, but it's not all the possible things that you could have. So negations are not the case. So I am not in geometry class. It is not the case I'm in geometry class. Both of those things mean the same thing. It's just another way to hear it. Okay, that's the easy one. Well, actually, this one's not really all that hard either. So the second one said, if Keisha is dancing, then Charlie is playing a CD. I don't know who these people are. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. So what is the conclusion of the statement? Charlie is playing a CD. A CD is playing Charlie. Charlie is not burning a CD. Keisha is dancing. It is forbidden for Keisha to dance. And that's some are like, what? What does this mean? I got you. Don't worry. So conditional statements are an if-then, meaning if I do something, this will happen. So if Keisha is dancing, then the condition, Charlie is playing a CD. So the basics to know about this is that the if part, okay, is the hypothesis. So if, whatever it is that you're saying, if Keisha is dancing, then something else. That then is called the conclusion. So then Charlie is playing a CD. So what is the conclusion of the statement? You would just simply say, okay, well, I know that then is the conclusion, blah, blah, blah. Charlie is playing a CD. That one. Okay. Also, these aren't even options. Don't even worry about that. Like, you don't even see that. These are the types of things, like, you'll see these when you think about, like, contrapositives and converse. Like, what is the converse? What is a contrapositive? We are not that far yet. This is why I really want you guys to understand negation, because this is the type of stuff that you'll have to know later, but we're not there yet. Okay, so that is all you really need to know for this question. If you stick to these rules, you will be fine, okay? Let me know if you need more help.